Look at Thursday morning South Central. We are beginning to see a change heading our way. Of course, we certainly have been spoiled when it comes to the sunshine, but stepping outside, you may have already noticed those overcast skies have made a return to South Central, and we're going to see limited sunshine through the weekend on into next week. And we've got a lot of things to talk about into the weekend with some colder conditions that will make it feel more like fall, if not early winter for some as we welcome in next week. So there is that live look outside overlooking Eagle River Valley with Anchorage in the background. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on across South Central within about the next 24 to 36 hours. Now, as we've been talking about, October, at least the second half of October, ended as the driest on record. We only saw 1/100ths of an inch of precipitation during that time period. And of course, as we've already seen, plenty of sunshine, some of that sun that we did not see during the summer months. But as we've been talking about, some changes are heading our way. We're talking about some wintry mix. Freezing rain is in the forecast for some, and then colder conditions to return as we welcome in next week. Of course, it all starts tonight into tomorrow. The closer you live to the coast, better your chance of just seeing all rain. The further north you head, that's where things begin to get more complicated as air temperature is going to greatly contribute to what type of precip that we're going to see as we welcome in our Friday. But as far as this morning, we do have wind chills, 30 degrees in Anchorage, 32 in Juneau, 16 in Fort Yukon. Along the slope, those wind chills in the single digits and the teens for the entirety of Alaska. We continue to remain on the warm side here in South Central. We're talking about temperatures have been about 5 to 10 degrees above average, depending on where you live, as average highs this time of year is right around 33 degrees. So yeah, we have been warm, and we're going to continue this warm stretch today as those temperatures make a run back into the upper 30s and lower 40s. With those light northeasterly winds, it will feel more like the upper 20s to near freezing through most of the day, and with a lack of sunshine, may even feel colder than what we've been used to the past several days. But what we're watching is this area of low pressure in the northern Pacific Ocean. Most of that moisture is taking an approach towards Kodiak, where we could see up to 0.8 of an inch of rainfall out towards southwest Alaska, and of course the Aleutians as far west as Adak and Shemya holding on to that better rainfall potential. But closer to South Central through Prince William Sound as well as southern parts of the Kenai, we're already beginning to see some of that rain stream into the region. And with this system that we're watching, this is leading to a variety of effects across the state. We do have a wind advisory that goes into effect later today, if not tomorrow, depending on where you live in the interior, for winds gusting upwards of 45 miles per hour. So we have a cold front, very weak cold front, drifting south out of the Arctic. And then overnight into tomorrow, we actually have a warm front, or overnight into the weekend, we actually have a warm front that will lift northward into the interior, and that's going to lead to those gusty conditions. And then here in South Central, we do have that winter weather advisory for the Susitna Valley from mile 60 of the Parks Highway north to Talkeetna. This is for freezing rain. 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of freezing rain does look possible. With that being said, Susitna Valley is the only one up under the winter weather advisory, but Matanuska Valley out towards Sutton, including the Anchorage Bowl, we do have a chance of seeing some freezing rain. Not as great as what the Susitna Valley will see. I think if we do see freezing rain, it certainly will amount to way less than 1/10 of an inch, but that possibility is still there as you get out the door tomorrow morning. So you want to take note and use caution for your Friday morning, as we are beginning to see that transition back to somewhat of a winter weather pattern. So into the evening hours, primarily rain out towards the Gulf Coast region, over the mountains of the Chugach as well as the Kenai. We may see some wintry mix, if not some light snow mixed in with this, but very warm air mass still sitting on top of us. And then you can see overnight into your Friday, there's that rain lifting northward. That is where we're going to take our temperatures into account on if we're going to see freezing rain or not. Again, the upper layers of the atmosphere, just a few hundred to 1,000 feet above the surface, continues to remain really warm. So it's our surface temperatures that will depict if we're going to see rain or freezing rain. The only exception will be the Copper River Basin, which will stay entirely too cold or entirely on the colder side to see all snow and nothing in the way of a wintry mix or some rain. So we're talking about the potential for half an inch to up to 2 inches of snowfall through parts of the Copper River Basin. So that chance for freezing rain stays with us through early afternoon, and then as we welcome in the weekend, we're also going to be watching for more rounds of some wintry precip across South Central. But the big story continues to be that freezing rain event that we could possibly see overnight. So building rain chances into our Friday, and again, as you get out the door tomorrow morning, you do want to take it easy, because even as that light rain is falling, it will freeze on surfaces where those temperatures remain below freezing for parts of South Central. And then looking ahead into the weekend and next week, this active weather, it's actually going to stay with us. We're not seeing any more of that sunshine. We may see some peaks of sunshine here and there, but the overall trend is this active weather staying with us. And as we welcome in next week, as those temperatures drop back down near freezing for highs for some days, we're talking about maybe our best shot of seeing some snowfall across South Central as we welcome in the second week of November. For today, though, another warm one, 40 in Anchorage, 45 in Juneau. Again, rain out towards Kodiak with a temperature of 48. Even along the slope, still warm, mid to upper 20s with some light snow. Less than a trace amount looks possible, 25 in Kotzebue, and 34 degrees in Nome. And there's that 7-day forecast. You can see freezing rain transitioning to some showers as those temperatures warm tomorrow. 40 degrees Saturday. Should stay on the dry side for inland locations. Copper River Basin as well as the Gulf Coast region may still hold on to some rain and snow. And then one thing to note, set those clocks back Saturday night to Sunday as we do end daylight saving time. And as that happens, we are going to see temperatures fall back as well. Chance for a wintry mix Sunday, and then Tuesday, we may put that more as a chance for some snow, as temperatures will be sitting near freezing for highs. So certainly something to watch as we welcome in next week, as those temperatures do drop back down near seasonal values. But for this time of year, we should easily, on average, we typically see our highs right around 30, 33 degrees with overnight lows in the teens and the lower 20s. So kind of gives you an idea of just how warm we have been. And again, those clouds are already streaming back into South Central. That's on the leading edge of that rain and possible freezing rain overnight into tomorrow. And again, this is Sit in the Valley up under that winter weather advisory starting at 1 a.m. tonight. Should see no impacts whatsoever today outside of a few slick locations. But 1 a.m. is when that winter weather advisory starts and lasts through 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We'll continue to follow that and have more coming up for you on the noon show as well as into the evening. For now, have a great Thursday.